Hello, this is Mr. P back in the mix, and I hope you are practicing this SD6 social distancing 6 feet. But anyway, we on 3.7 and Math 050, and we're talking solving inequalities. It's got that n equal sign, so that means you're gonna have less than signs and greater than and equal to signs in the math that we're doing. Always remember, when you're dealing with inequalities, one of the rules you got to remember is when multiplying or dividing by a negative on both sides of the equation, you flip the inequality sign in the steps. So don't forget that part when we get to solving any of these inequalities. People do. So word problems. We got two. We're going to start this first one. Terry runs 1 lap in 8 minutes. So one lap he does in 8 minutes. I don't know how much, if that's reasonable or not, but he does 1 lap in 8 minutes. He runs less than 40 minutes total. So if he does 1 lap in 8 minutes, that means if he does run less than 40 minutes, then we got to write an inequality, come up with an inequality for my answer. So I came up with 8n equals 40. 8n is less than or equal to 40 because he's not going to run more than 40 minutes, and less than is here. So that means he can do one lap in 8 minutes. So we basing this on the number of laps he can do in 40 minutes. So if you divide top and bottom by 8, you get n equals 5. So he can do 5. He can't do 5. He got to do less than 5. But so that means he can't. So if it was 5 and less, it would be a line under here. But he can't do 40. He runs less than 40. So that means he can only do less than 5 laps. So that means 4, 3, 2, or 1. So he only doing 1 through 4. But he can't do 5. Okay. So bowling conversion problem. So this word going to be very important throughout the entire class, conversion. Because the conversion factor is in this problem. It's the slope in this problem. It's price per game, right? That's the most important thing, price per game. But the problem reads, how many games can you bowl at $5 per game, which is your rate. This is your rate, your conversion factor. Every time you play one game, you pay $5, right? Shoes cost $2. You want to buy your shoes too, because unless you come in with your own, because you know if you come with your own, they better be right, or it should be sliding across the alley, right? If you pay the clerk $102 at most, right? How many games at most can you play? Well, 102 has to be greater than what you're doing, right? So it's $5 per game, so it'll be 5x plus 2. That's what this is, 5x plus 2. And you got to solve for x. So you're going to subtract 2 on both sides. So the next line will give you 100 equals the 5x there. And you divide both sides by 5, and so you get x. X has to be at most 20. So you can only play, at most games you can play is 20 games. At least 20 games. Well, it really is at most 20 games. So this really should say most right here. It's at most 20 games. So you can play 20 games. Well, this is your solving inequalities word problem, section 3.7 in Math 050. I hope you have a good day and be safe and watch this coronavirus out here. All right, be safe. Stay home, stay healthy, quarantine, whatever you got to do. Be safe. Peace out.